Hello everyone. The purpose of this tutorial is to demonstrate how to put students in groups and assign activities to specific groups of students. You might want to do this for team activities in a class, and most especially you might find it useful for senior projects. So I'm going to select one of my classes from this semester where I've put students in groups for team presentations. You can see that I have a fair amount of discussion forums here at the top of my Moodle website. The students can only see the forum that belongs to their particular group. All of the others would be invisible to them. These are discussion forums where the students can talk to each other, they can post PowerPoint slides, they can comment on each other's slides, they can put their slides together ultimately into a set of team slides. So now I'm going to move from this class to my similar class in Randolph, where I have not set up all the groups and all the activities yet, so I can show you how to do that. So the first thing we have to do is put the students into groups, and that's in the administration block. So you're going to go to Administration, Users, and Groups. When you get to this, you'll notice that the Group tab is selected, and you'll see that I've already made some groups. You see that I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups made. So when I want to make another group of students, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say Create Group. And this will bring me to this screen. I typically name the group just the first name of each of the students in the group. So here we have Aria and Briar and Caitlin and Courtney. And once I've done that, all I need to do is to say Save Changes. I've created the group, but you can see here that there are no members in the group. So in order to add the 4 students that I want in this group, I'm going to say Add and Remove Users. This is going to give me a list of all of the students in the group, and I'm going to come down and select the ones that I want to use here. Here's Courtney and Aria, and I always put myself in every group so I can subscribe to their forums. Once I've done that, I'm going to say Add. You can check over here and make sure the group looks the way you want it to look. And then you simply say Back to Groups. And I have one more group to make in this class, so I'm going to say Create Group again, and it's going to give me this box where I can put their names, and this time I have Carla, Kim, and Zoe. And so I'm going to say Save Changes. And once again, I've got to say Add or Remove Users. I want to add users. So I'm going to pick Carla and Zoe and Kim and me and say Add. And then I'm going to say Back to Groups. All right, now I've got all of my groups created. Coming back to the class, and I'll show you how to create one discussion forum and restrict it to a particular group. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to turn my editing on. You notice I didn't have to turn it on in order to create the groups. I'm going to turn editing on. I'm going to add an advanced forum. I'm going to name the forum simply Team Presentation number 2. I'm going to just say use this forum for presentation number 2. Come down here. Attachments and And word count, I changed this attachment sign to a gig instead of 100 megabytes. And it's up to you. I let them put 9 attachments on one thread. They don't normally need that many, but I just leave it defaulted at that. And then the only other thing, I have to come down here, and this is really important. This is the part where you restrict the access to just a particular group. So here I'm going to say restrict access. There are no access restrictions here. I'm going to add a restriction, and I want to add the restriction under group. So I'm going to say group, and I'm going to choose, I'll choose the group that I just created. I just created Carla, Kim, and Zoe. Now, this part is very important. If you forget to do this, the teams will be able to see all of the groups, but they'll only be able to access their own. And if you have a class with a lot of teams, like this class is going to have 8 teams, it's cumbersome to see all of those teams. So in order to restrict this so only Carla, Kim, and Zoe can see this on their Moodle website, you have to click on this eyeball here, which is going to hide it from everyone else. So you click on that, and then you're going to say save and return to course. And here we see the discussion forum number 2 for Carla, Kim, and Zoe. And I had already created one up here for another group of students. So that's simply how to do it. And again, I can see all of the discussion forums, but the students will only be able to see the forums that they are enrolled in. So hopefully this is useful to you. I find it very, very useful for senior projects to give students an opportunity to be able to communicate with themselves. There's another cool thing that happens here. If you come down to Quick Mail, say compose Quick Mail, you'll notice that all of the students groups are here in Quick Mail. So if Carla, Kim, and Zoe want to send an email to each other quickly, they just click here. You'll see it highlights all of their names. You say add, their names will come over here, and they can easily email each other. So that's another nice function of creating groups. So hopefully this has been useful to you, and you'll be able to use it to restrict activities to particular groups of students.